Time now for the morning rush. This morning, police are asking witnesses of an officer-involved shooting to call 242 cops. Police say yesterday near San Mateo and Lomas, a man was doing donuts in the intersection, waving a firearm outside the window. A witness says he refused to comply with police. That's when an officer shot him. The suspect is still in the hospital.
Glass companies are now working double time to keep up with vandals and break-ins hitting Albuquerque, including a string of attacks on a local church. Now, it's crimes like these that have local glass companies scrambling to keep up. They say they have to schedule time away from installations to do these emergency repairs. Chris.
David, we have an elevated metro threat index today at a 5 because not only are we going to deal with warm temperatures above average, once we get into the late afternoon hours, scattered storms likely for the metro, gusty winds, heavy rainfall, as well as frequent cloud ground lightning possible with any thunderstorm this afternoon. Crystal.
A woman suing the state says she wants to be able to speak up about the judge overseeing her divorce. After settling a different lawsuit against the state, Shawnee Madden was told to keep quiet for 6 months. She says that the confidentiality clause is unconstitutional and violates free speech. The state says it's protected by state law.
Well, soon Bernalillo County businesses will be required to offer employees paid leave. The Journal reports that commissioners passed the Employee Wellness Act last night in a 3-2 vote. After a few changes, the law will now require businesses with 2 employees or more to provide workers with at least 1 hour of paid time off for every 32 hours worked. The law goes into effect next July.
The former state PED secretary will start a new job next month. Karen Trujillo will now serve as the interim superintendent of Las Cruces Public Schools. Trujillo was present as the board voted her in last night. Trujillo was fired last month for not meeting the governor's expectations.
Vice President Mike Pence is scheduled to visit New Mexico today. Official reports say that he will be here as a special guest for a United States-Mexico-Canada agreement, and this is a trade event. Now, the federal officials say that Pence will speak about how the agreement will benefit the economy and its workers. The event is scheduled for this afternoon in Artesia.
President getting flack this morning after flip-flopping his stance on gun control legislation. This following the mass shootings in El Paso and Dayton. The president delivered an urgent message saying, quote, "We need intelligent background checks." The president now reportedly changed his mind and says background checks are off the table.
The woman accused of throwing her puppy from a balcony is set to appear in court next week, but it's not for that case. Instead, Ashley Scott is now charged with battery against an employee, all at the Buffalo Exchange in Nob Hill, after a worker refused to buy a jacket from her. Now, this happened the day before the alleged incident with a dog. Chris.
David, let's get a look at that thunderstorm outlook today. Good chance of storms here in the metro. Every area within this green shaded area has a chance for some isolated scattered storms. Severe storms possible in the dark green shaded area. This is a marginal risk of severe storms this afternoon. The main hazards within the marginal risk are large hail as well as damaging winds. That does include Clayton as well as Raton. David.
The U.S. government says they will not be giving flu vaccines to detained migrants. A CBP spokesperson says in part that it's the time that it takes to begin and operate the program as to why they've decided to not administer the vaccines to those in custody. This comes after 3 migrant children have died in the past year from the flu.
This morning,
a reminder that officers are continuing to patrol the ART corridor. Officers were out yesterday conducting a patrol plan enforcing ART violations along Central. Now, they say 45 warnings and 5 citations were handed out. Anyone driving into bus lanes can expect an $80 ticket later this year.
A new safety group asking the city to help protect their homes. Residents near Lead and Coal argued their neighborhood streets were not made for high volumes of traffic. They want the city to do more. The city says over the past 10 years, it's invested already $25 million in improvements.
There's a new proposal this morning to rename the Albuquerque Regional Sports Complex after a woman killed in a freak plane accident. The resolution to name the complex after Jennifer Reardon will now go before the city council next month. If approved, the new name would be the Jennifer Reardon Spark Kindness Sports Complex.
An Albuquerque woman pushing to get pole sports to become part of the Olympic Games. Fitness athlete Kylie Marsh says pole fitness is gaining a lot of traction and now being considered for more than just a club experience. The next step for pole sports to become part of the Olympics is for leaders to prove there's a broad international appeal.
The Duke City Gladiators, they're now moving into a new league. The team will now leave the CIF as back-to-back champions, entering the Indoor Football League. Now, the move to the IFL has been in the works for quite some time. The IFL is based in Nebraska and currently has 12 teams with the plans to expand to 16. Chris.
David, let's get a look at that morning drive out there. We do have some slowdowns out there, slowing as you approach the Paseo and I-25 interchange, and they're slowing up on Tramway as well. There were some power outages there this morning. Probably looks like the crew's still working on stuff there, causing those slowdowns, but everything else looking all right. When you head out the door, make sure you give yourself a couple extra minutes to get to where you're going. The kiddo's going to be heading into school pretty soon, so make sure you exercise caution when you drive through those school zones. Taking a live look at the Big I, everything flowing pretty nicely along the Big I. Crystal.
Chile popping up all over the Texas capital city of Austin. To help foodies find where it's at, AustinEater.com has created a map featuring restaurants with the best hatched green chili dishes in the area. The menu items include a hatched chili lobster roll, as well as the hatched green chili miso ramen, and even some tacos.
Doesn't that make you hungry right now?
It's delicious, doesn't it?
Green chili and eggs. You know, and okay, here's to Austin for selecting chili from New Mexico. None of the imitation stuff from other places, which will remain nameless this morning.
Another warm afternoon on tap, above average temperatures, but we will be a few degrees cooler today than what we experienced yesterday, thanks to the increase in cloud cover and chance of showers and storms. Also 91, that forecast high, that is well above average for August 21st. But again, we do have that chance for afternoon storms, so that is the good news. A couple triple digits across far southern New Mexico, but the rest of the state will be in the 80s and 90s, the warmest temperatures out across the eastern plains. Well, time now for the 5 facts.
At number 5, some big changes are on the way for the Duke City Gladiators. They are now moving up into a whole new league. The team will now lead the CIF as back-to-back champions, entering the Indoor Football League. Now, the move to the IFL has been in the works for quite some time. The IFL is based in Nebraska and currently has 12 teams, with plans to expand to 16 in the future.
Wow, that's great news for them. They've been working really hard at getting this as well.
Definitely.
Good for them. All right, number 4, safety improvements could soon be coming to lead and coal after a neighborhood group asked the city for help. Residents near the area started the Lead Coal Safety Brigade. Now, they argued their neighborhood streets were not made for high volumes of traffic, and they want the city to do more to protect them. The city says over the past 10 years, they've actually invested $25 million in improving those 2 streets, like shortening traffic lights to prevent speeders. If you want to see more on this, go to our website. That's always on KRQE.com.
And at number 3, a pretty good chance for showers and storms across the metro today. You're taking a look at future radar. We have good moisture in place. We're going to add in some daytime heating, a little disturbance going to across the state. That's really going to increase the showers and thunderstorms across New Mexico. We're looking at widespread storms. Some may be severe across far northeastern New Mexico.
Number 2, now glass companies, they're working double time to keep up with the vandals and break-ins hitting Albuquerque. That does include a string of attacks on a local church. It seems vandals have struck the Metropolitan Community Church again, making this 6 times in just 2 weeks. It's crimes like these that have local glass companies scrambling to keep up. In the meantime, Metropolitan Community Church says APD and City Councilor Pat Davis have reached out offering to help improve their security.
And at number 1, the investigation continues into the scene of an officer-involved shooting in northeast Albuquerque. Police say this all began yesterday afternoon with a man behind the wheel of a car doing donuts in the middle of the intersection of San Mateo and Central. Then officers caught him doing the same thing a block over at San Mateo and Lomas. Now, they say that he was waving a gun outside the car. A witness also says eventually the man got out of the car, climbed onto the roof, and continued to swing the gun around. Police say they told him to drop the weapon when he didn't. They shot him. That man is still in the hospital this morning. Meanwhile, this morning, police are asking any witnesses who left the scene before giving a statement to call 242 cops.